This, if you did not know it, is your rectory. It is my home and your house. This is a place that St. Augustine keeps and maintains for the use of a rector. It's a great house, and you should know some of the specifics. It's a 2-bedroom house. It has 2 full bathrooms. It has a kitchen, yay, and 2 living areas. There are also some issues that we need to address. For one, you'll notice that the rectory is built into a hillside. That means that water flows down into the house, and we need to address that. Some of the other issues that we need to deal with relate to the roof. If you'll look at the chimney, you'll notice that the flashing around the chimney is virtually gone, meaning that there's an active leak there. There are also other active leaks in the roof that need to be addressed. Come with me and we'll start our tour. Before we even enter the house, you'll notice that there are some things we need to address. Some normal maintenance. If you will, you can look at the railing and how it doesn't work because it's rotted at the bottom. You can also see, before we even go in, that our door sill is rotted out and needs to be addressed. Come on in. So this is the kitchen. And we have done some really good things here in the sense that we got Energy Star grants to replace both the dishwasher and the refrigerator, which is great, except for the fact that some of the cabinetry is old. So come a little closer and we'll show you that some of the drawers don't work. You can see that they're falling apart, unfortunately. They're separating. This is an old bread box. But all the drawers are similar. The same with these. They're just sort of rocky and raucous. We're lucky in the sense that the shelves are holding up here. You can see all of Sheridan's implements. But the fact is, the drawers and some of the other things need to be looked at and replaced. So this is the bathroom turquoise. It is lovely in that it is dated and retro and fun and turquoise, but it's not so great in the sense that the toilet, in addition to using probably about 10 gallons per flush, is not so great. The seal is unfortunately undone and needs to be done, which is fairly easy, but a lot of the mechanics are just simply broken, and we keep trying to replace them, but they break down about once a year. That's on top of the fact that some of the tile keeps coming up. I glue it down, it comes up. So that needs to be addressed. And then backing up, the vanity, where one needs to make oneself look beautiful, is a little cracked and probably needs some attention. I just wanted to show you something that we're trying to highlight here, which is that these windows. Unfortunately, we only have single pane windows. They're wood, which is nice, but they're single pane, meaning energy inefficient. And secondarily, on the wood, because moisture is going through, there is mold growing. And we've gotten a lot of the windows repainted, and that helps a great deal, but within about a year, they all end up being in this place of having mold. So we'd like to address that by trying to get some double paned, energy efficient inserts. So this is the unfinished part of the basement, which is adjacent to the laundry room. And you're looking at the wall that is directly underneath the front porch and the front of the house. But since the front of the house faces uphill, water is constantly coming down. And because there is no French drain outside or any way to divert the water is coming into the house. So we'd like to install a French drain and deal with the drainage issues so that the water goes around the house, not through it. So we're in the laundry room, which is great because there's a laundry room. The last place I lived only had a laundromat. However, one issue with the laundry room is that this is where the sewer pipes run. And because of the location of the house being at the bottom of the sewage line and being at the end of the line, this is where sewage backs up. This pipe up here, right above my washer, is about once a year spewing sewage into this entire room. And so it's a mess to clean up, it's a problem, and we don't exactly know how to address it. We know that there is a problem with the village, and we know that there is a problem with our own sewage pipes. So we at least need to replace our pipes, and we're exploring possibilities as to how we can keep sewage from ever coming back here again. So here you can see the back of the house. You can see that there's a deck upstairs. You can see that that is supported by concrete columns. As you look in the back of the house, you'll notice that there's a garage door, which is great, but there's no actual exit to the backyard. What we would like to do is install a door in which we can actually leave the back of the house into the backyard so that it's useful. And then, coming down here, you'll see that there's a great, huge slope to the backyard. We would like to build some sort of masonry retaining wall and fill in part of the backyard so that there's actually some level, usable space for us to enjoy. Because of the steep slope of the driveway, the garage isn't really usable as a garage, so it makes a great storage shed. But the driveway is in disrepair. It's got significant cracks, it's breaking up along the sides, and it's got plant matter growing on it. We'd like to clear those matters up so that the space is usable and functional. We all know from living in the area of Croton-on-Hudson that trees regularly come down and land on houses. The same is true of this house. Trees have landed on this house. In Snowtober we had a tree land on the house, and before that we had a tree cut off the phone line for a week. So we need to address some of the treeage around the rectory, meaning we need to trim, and in some cases we need to actually remove a tree. As part of the St. Augustine's Capital campaign, we have explored the possibility of repairing and renovating parts of this rectory so that I and future rectors can have a lovely place to live.